What is going on, guys? I am BlackOpsAmazing. Welcome yourselves back to another zombies video on the channel, where today I've got something interesting I want to talk about to do with the KRONORIUM, the ancient book in zombies that holds many secrets. Recently, in an interview with Jason Blundell with Noah J456, he revealed something very interesting that could lead to a load of possibilities to do with our characters' timeline. So to do with the timeline that we got in general. So if you actually go onto the Call of Duty page, this is probably the best way to see this for yourself, as on screen it's going to be a little bit blurred, but down the bottom right hand corner it says excerpt 102.3816121016. So basically that's page number 1,023,000,000,000, which you have to admit is a lot of pages. If we take a look at the KRONORIUM itself, I think we can safely say this book does not hold 1 trillion pages. Looking at this book, how thick it is, usually a book this size, let's say in real life, would hold a few thousand pages. Looking at this, I can't imagine that a page from here is going to be 1,023,000,000,000. And so Noah J asked Jason Blundell if this is a page from the KRONORIUM, and in return he said that actually something he's not seen people reflecting on is the KRONORIUM is dependent on who reads it. So when you open the KRONORIUM, basically it gives you that page from the point of the person who's reading it. And who do we know is reading the KRONORIUM? Who do we know reads this page right here? That is Dr. Edward Richtofen. How do we know that? If we look down the bottom left hand corner, it is signed by him. It says, "I know what I must do," signed ER, which is Edward Richtofen, on the 4th of the 7th of 1941. So that could possibly explain why the excerpt is 1,023,000,000,000, and also that now totally changes our view on what the KRONORIUM truly is, and actually what this page is. This page right here is the page that Richtofen read in the KRONORIUM. He's ripped this page out, he's signed it down the bottom left hand corner after learning from the KRONORIUM what he must do with the children, with the house, with the apothecans, the keepers. After learning all about them in this book, Richtofen signed his name on this page. And what we are seeing here is the page that Richtofen read to learn all of this information. So we are seeing this from Richtofen's point of view. This is what Richtofen has read. This is Richtofen's point of view. And so because Richtofen has read this, and because we are reading this page from his point of view, that means this page is mostly about things that have happened in his lifetime. Everything to do with Richtofen, things that he is linked to, things that Richtofen is involved in, we see on this page. So that means that this page can change. Information on this page will be different for every character that reads this. We know that Dr. Maxis has the KRONORIUM, or did have the KRONORIUM, locked in a room in Zero Base, and so for that reason we can assume that maybe Maxis has read the KRONORIUM as well. And so if we were to see the page that Maxis read, it would be from his perspective. We would see information in there that we've never seen before. Things that involve Maxis that perhaps don't involve Richtofen. And so for whoever reads this, if Nikolai was to read it, if Dempsey was to read it, or Takio, information on this page would be different for every character who reads it. And that makes me think, maybe in the future, Treyarch will give us another version from the perspective of maybe Dr. Maxis, a different character, and that page will contain different information. If we were to read a page from Maxis's perspective, perhaps most things on this page would stay the same and only a couple of things would change. Since Maxis and Richtofen are involved in a lot of the same things, we could assume that a lot of the information would stay the same and just a couple of things would be different. That's something really interesting to think about. And so maybe that could explain why the page number, even though the book doesn't look like it has 1 trillion pages, maybe that's the amount of possibilities you can have from reading this depending on the character, or even though there may be 1,000 or so pages in this book, there are 1 trillion possibilities of what the information in here could be, because it's dependent on who reads it. I wanted to see what you guys think about this in the comments section below, because it's very interesting and it's something that we haven't thought about before and has recently been given to us in this interview. So check the interview out for yourself, check the KRONORIUM out for yourself as well. I will leave links down in the description. Let me know your thoughts. I'll be really interested to see what you guys think. Leave a like rating, make sure you are subscribed, and I will see you all messing up my words, in the comment. Wait, what? In the next video. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.